Hi, I'm going to show you how to set up your schedules, run them so that the employees can enter their schedules. So if you're like me, when you sign in, you'll come to this screen, my timekeeping screen. You may have to get to schedules by clicking on your links up here and go into manage scheduling. Then it'll bring up a different view. You'll see your schedules come up here. I like to maximize my screen by clicking this little double square. It maximizes it. You'll have to select what you want to look at. You can either have all home locations or specific groups. If you've created specific groups, you can pull that up also. I'm just going to select my nursing assistant group. I'm also going to select the time period. Say I want to run the schedule for my nursing assistants for the February 12th through March 12th schedule. Apply that. So I see the date here and who I want to do the schedule for. To create the schedule, it takes 3 steps. 2 of them are in tools and 1 of them is in engines. Under tools, it's manage employee request periods and then manage the open shifts visibility periods. The second part is the engine. You run the schedule generator. So first, I'm going to go into the manage employee request periods. I'm going to call it February NA 1 and 2. We select the option of self-scheduling. That's how the employees select their schedule, through self-scheduling. We can describe it, whatever you want. You can say anything or nothing. It doesn't have to have anything. And you can select a group. If you're doing a specific group that you've created, you can select them from here, or just all home locations are all home. Submission period is the time period in which the employees can submit the schedule for. So for the February schedule, it's typically 6 weeks before the schedule starts is when the staff can start scheduling themselves. So we'll do this first week. For the nursing assistants, you can do 1 or 2 weeks, whatever you choose. If you have groups, you might want the first group to do the first week, second group to do the second week. You can keep it open for the first group for both weeks if you want to, or do half and half, however you want that to go. And as you start to do this, you'll select the time periods that work best for your group. So I'll do for it to end on the 6th. I'll give them a week to fill out their schedule. The request period is actually for the time period of the schedule. So it's February 11th to March 12th. Oh no, not February 12th to March 12th. All right, save that. So you can see what it shows here. Looks good. I'm good with that. Okay. Second part, you go into the visibility. The first part is when they can actually fill it in. The second part is actually when they can see it. So add a period. What you just typed in can show up here, will show up here. So I did the next NA2 schedule. I don't know. I thought I called it the February NA2. Let me see. There it is, February NA2. Again, if you had selected a group before, you can choose that group here or just go all home locations. You can select a specific group. I'll select my NAs, or you can select everybody, doesn't matter. Visibility period is when they can actually see those shifts that are available. I'll put it the same time period. I'm going to put it for that first week of January to fill out. And the open shift period is typically the schedule period. So February 12th to March 12th. Sometimes this is a little low. You may have to pull it up to see the save buttons. So if that looks good, save it. There'll be a bunch of them here if you have done them, or if anybody else on your unit has done them. You look at this as the last one. Looks good. Click OK. The last section is the run the schedule generator. And sometimes if you're in a specific group that you created down here, You have to be in one of the main groups up top or all home locations to run the schedule generator. If you are in one of the specific groups you created, the subgroups like Group A, Group B, Group C, when you try to run the schedule generator, you'll see it's grayed out. So you actually have to select one of the main groups up top here. So I'll select that. Now it's allowing me to run it. The dates are already selected for the schedule period, and you just need to make sure you select the correct thing, whether it's extra shifts or open shifts. We're just doing the open shifts, not any extra shifts. Click start, it'll run the generator, and when it's completed, then the shifts are, these are the shifts for the nursing assistants. On the schedule, you can kind of click and see what opened up. So these are a couple morning CPT shifts, a couple evening CPT shifts, a couple nights. So when the CPTs go in and fill out their schedule, then they will have some options to choose from. That's it. Thank you very much.